From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno
This
Mars.
is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Ready to go.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
Amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Our DM is where all the weird lives.
Always a fun part of the show. DM Deep Dive. Hello, Deepa.
Hi, can you sound more enthusiastic? Like, be more energetic about it. You're like, yeah, this is always fun, but it doesn't sound like you mean it.
Right. Try again, Mocha. You're right,
Yeah,
Deepa.
try
You're
again.
absolutely
Try
right.
again.
You're right.
Always love this part of the show where we get to talk about your DMs. Deepa is here. Hello, Deepa.
Hello.
That's how
That's
we
much better,
do
thank
it.
you.
Deepa, what do we got in the DMs today?
Okay, we have a really good question to start things off. This comes from Linny. Linny says, hi, Roz and Mocha, longtime fan. And as fellow parents, I wanted to know what your thoughts are on sending kids to private school versus public school. Have you ever considered sending your kids to a private school, or are you happy with the public school education?
I think that, geez, when it comes to private schools are just so expensive, right? Like you're never going to get over that. But it just really comes down to, what is available to you. If you live in a part of the city or the country where you have access to really, really incredible public schools, I don't see it being necessary at all.
Yeah.
There's a public school like around our catch where we are. And it's one of those schools where people get caught like faking addresses and everything else to live in that neighborhood to be able to get their kid in, right? So if you have access to great public schools, I'm a big believer in that, right? Because there are great public schools. Now, if you don't have access to, a great public school, or you sort of like live in an area where your choices are super slim. Some people want to send their kids to like all French schools and they don't live in a neighborhood except for a private school that's an all French school, then you have to deal with that. But it's expensive. And in your head as a parent, you sort of prepare yourself for, okay, I need to save a little bit of money so when my kid goes off to college, we can make sure that we can pay for college and we can be those parents and all of this stuff. When you have to do that for SK, it hurts a little more, right? Like when you start thinking of the costs and things, that you're going to be paying for your kid to go to grade 2 and stuff like that. But no, I think it is such an incredibly personal decision for families. But a lot of it is done out of necessity. Like I know people that live in small towns, right? Where there's one private school, but then there's like a public school. There's one public school, but then there's like a private school where like kids from all over the world go to this place. It looks like Hogwarts, where you get kids from like everywhere that go to this place, and you wouldn't even know that school existed in this town. But if you can afford it and you don't have access to a really, really kick-ass public school, then you can make it work. Sure.
Yeah, I think it comes down to doing your research and then financially what your life looks like.
Yeah, and also Catholic school, I guess, matters to some people too. Like oftentimes you don't have a great Catholic school in your neighborhood, so oftentimes private schools are Catholic schools, so you sort of opt to that. And also uniforms are cool too, right?
Yeah. What else we got today, Deepa?
This comes from Julie. Oh, I like this one. Says, Deepa, if Roz ever tries to make fun of you and your husband for having separate blankets again in bed, tell him to go back and play episode 15 of the podcast at the 35-minute and 15-second mark. So, Mocha, I think I sent you some audio that you can play for Roz so he can eat his words.
Hold on. Email, Deepa,
Hold on
audio.
here. What did I say? That's years ago, man. My life has changed. I think I think differently about a lot of things that I did back then.
This is now from January of 2018.
Okay, what? I'm not allowed to change?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
No,
okay.
you're not.
All right.
Let's see what we got here.
They're trying to like sort of introduce some made up thing called the Swedish sleeping method.
Okay.
Basically, what is happening is that IKEA is just trying to sell comforters. So they trying to make this thing called the Swedish sleeping method, where people have separate comforters in the bed. Separate blankets, same bed, separate blankets. We know old people figured out years ago that the key to a successful marriage was separate beds, where old people would have twin beds in one room. I am sort of behind the idea of separate blankets, not so much the separate beds, but I'm sort of behind the idea of separate blankets.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to figure out, so one giant blanket for you and one giant blanket for me.
Well, it doesn't have to be giant. Like, what's giant? You're this big. You're the size of a Coke can. How big of a blanket do you need?
Come on now. Who, me?
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, Deepa, you couldn't edit that part out?
Yeah.
Can I give you an update
Yes,
on
please.
what's happening now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we all know that we sleep with separate blankets, but I think it's escalated to another level.
But you also
because-
sleep with different sheets, correct? Like, you don't, like, you
Yes.
guys share you don't share the same top sheet even.
No. It's a separate burrito wraps
Right.
in our own spaces.
Okay.
But now
Yeah.
there is an extra layer because we both got weighted blankets.
Right.
So it's like a sheet over each of us and then our own weighted blankets. So
Hold
we
on, you
literally
each
cannot
have
move.
your own, like, so it's not one weighted blanket on top
No.
of each of your individual pods. You
No.
now each have a weighted blanket. So it goes Deepa and or Dalal,
Yeah.
right? And then it goes bed sheet for each, and
Yep.
then comforter for each, and then weighted blanket for
Yes.
each.
Yes.
Soldiers
My
in World War II had an
goodness.
easier time dodging bullets through a trench that they dug with their own boot than Thalal would have trying to get a hold of you in the night.
Oh my goodness.
You're being overly dramatic. I don't think
Us?
it's that
Ah.
difficult.
Deepa.
What? It's true.
You are
It's
each
not-
sleeping now with like 60 pounds of weight on top of y'all.
Yeah, it's just so that we don't roll into each other, right?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
find me. Maury, can you please go find me one of those old websites that used to sell Trump merch? Because I need to get Deepa a Build That Wall shirt.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is awesome. Thank you, Deepa.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive.
Whenever we do the DM deep dive, every now and then Deepa will have like this smirk on her face. Like she just can't wait to talk about these DMs.
Yeah.
Because when she has that smirk, it means that one of us, mainly you, Roz, are going to get demolished at some point.
Okay, Deepa, what do we have in the DMs today?
How about we switch things up and we demolish Shem for once?
Oh!
Oh,
do that
today. Shem.
Shem.
What yeah.
do now?
Okay. So here's the problem. Apparently, we talk way too much about Shem's failed marriage.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring it up again today
See,
because
I
Melody.
I don't think we do talk too much about that.
What do you mean, Roz? You happen to bring it up in almost every single conversation that we have.
Therapist would say otherwise.
Okay. Here we go.
You have one of those too?
Yeah. Yeah. What does she want to know?
Okay, I over-exaggerated. It's not that bad.
Oh.
Melody wrote in and said, hey, Deepa, you guys talk about Shem's failed marriage just as much as the way the guys take their showers, which is private information. Can we all agree to end it once and for all? Talking about Shem's failed marriage and shower routines. It's not normal while I'm in the shower that I think about how the guys shower too. Does this happen to all of you?
Hold on, wait. Are these two separate things?
She's not happy that we talk. She's done with the conversations about Shem's marriage, and separate thought. She's done with the conversations about us talking about how we shower.
Oh.
Yes.
It's two separate thoughts, but she's just sort of conflated them in the exact same
Gotcha.
complaint, right?
Lots of complaints.
Maybe could we talk about the times that Shem and his wife used to shower?
Okay, let's do that.
Oh,
Shem, tell us.
buddy. Come on, man. Why you gotta say that?
Sorry, I don't know. I'm just okay. I'm trying to help. I'm only trying to help. Okay.
Yo, hey, let me ask
Yo.
real quick.
Yeah.
Real talk,
Yeah.
Shem.
Yo,
Do you know, because she still lives here,
Oh my
does.
God.
do you know if she listens to the show?
you know,
Or if she maybe she doesn't, if she knows the conversations that come up?
I know that at least one of her friends listens to this show because one of her friends always messages me whenever we end up talking about her
Yeah.
on the radio. But that friend is very much like on like my side. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like that
okay,
friend
okay,
is very
okay.
much like cool with me, so there's never any beef. But I hope she's listening. So, whatever. Look at me now.
All right, Deepa, what else we got?
This This is actually a really sweet question. This comes from Cynthia. What is one thing that your kid did that made you really, really proud as a parent?
Oh my goodness. Every day he comes home and he'll say like a new word or use a word in a full sentence properly. And I'm like, oh man, like that is amazing.
Yeah.
Like my son, he'll be 5 in April, at the end of April, but he does like things that blow my mind every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so proud.
The first time I saw Roxy help another kid, I think that was the big one for me. When there was a kid, they were upset, and Rox really didn't understand at that time like what the emotional situation was going on with another kid. But she just knew she had to do something, so she put her arm around a kid and like started rubbing the kid's back and saying that it was going to be okay, even though she really didn't even know it was wrong. She was real young when she did that, and that really made me proud because that is sort of like learned behavior. You have to be in a house that encourages that type of thing in order to become that type of thing, and so there was that, which I thought was really, really great. And the first time she beat me at anything, I'm always so crazy proud of her because we love games, right? Mm-hmm. And it started with just simple things, tic-tac-toe, and then you do Connect 4, and then you do checkers, and eventually you do chess. Yeah. And my thing was, I let her win when she was younger enough to just keep her interest in the game and to let her know what winning felt like. And after that, I crushed her. Every single time I crushed her. Every now and then I would let her win when she was young so she got a taste of what it was, because my thing was, if you want to play, you have to be a good winner, but you also have to be a good loser. Nobody wants to play with somebody who's a bad loser. So I taught her not how to be a great winner, but how to be a great loser. Yeah. And then eventually,
but those are important.
Right? Being a good loser is huge.
Yeah, important life lessons.
And when she legitimately, without me holding back, beats me in something like chess, I'm so incredibly proud of her because she ends every victory the same way she ends every defeat, which is she puts her hand across the table and goes, "Good game."
Oh,
right?
That's amazing.
The same. Her reaction is the same to winning that it is to losing.
Yeah.
And to me, that's when I was like super proud.
Aw. What else we got, Deepa? We got time for one more.
Okay, this one comes from Paul. I heard you all talking about the perfume that smells like French fries, and I still don't know how to feel about it, but what is your ideal scent for your partner to smell like?
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wear vanilla. Catherine has a scent that is not vanilla, but it's sort of close to it. Mine is far more vanilla than hers is.
Yeah.
But she wears I don't remember what it's called. What's it called? It's a Le Labo one. What's the classic Le Labo? What is that?
Yours is
not mine. Hers.
Sorry. It's
it's like the Chantil, or what is it called? Sentil.
Sentil. Yeah.
Sentil.
The other one's Rose 31. Yours is Sentil. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what it is. But that's her smell. It smells great. I love it.
Thank you for all your DMs. Keep them coming in. Whatever you send to us goes to Deepa as well, and we talk about them on the radio. Thanks, Deepa.
No problem.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. I regret this already.
DMs are always wild. Hello, Deepa. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good.
Hey, Deepa, what do we got in the DMs today?
Okay, I love this first one because it comes from a new listener. Bianca wrote in and said, "Hey, this is for the DM Deep Dive. I've been listening for 6 months, and I cannot believe I didn't listen before. You've been on the radio forever, and I've seen the commercials and stuff, but listened to another show. That was a mistake. Anyways, you are the best. I'm going to start listening to your podcast. So here's what I gather so far from listening daily. Roz, this is for you. Try smiling more. Also, you're not always right." That's true.
Look at Shem.
Shem's like choking.
All right.
Yeah, okay, that's for you.
Yeah.
Shem, you have the best smile, and I love your voice.
I love you too, Bianca.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead, keep going.
Deepa, congrats on getting married. I hope you and Thalal have your first kiss soon.
Yo. Okay. Okay, keep going.
Thanks, Bianca.
You better hope he doesn't hear this. Oh my God.
I know.
Okay.
This one is for Maury. Maury, it says, for someone in their 50s, you sure have a different way of thinking.
Don't, she hasn't done you yet.
Yeah. Mocha, I love your laugh, and you're always so positive, but I feel like you were in a gang growing up.
Yo, don't ask about my past.
Yeah. Hey, how did Shem skate on this whole thing?
I love you, Bianca.
Sounds like a,
Obviously,
like a
Bianca-
Shem,
obviously-
a Shem fan.
Yeah, obviously Bianca has a type.
Those with good smiles.
You know what I mean? I know what you mean.
All right, what else we got there, Deepa?
We have a would you rather question from Aaron.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Okay.
Question is, would you rather be ugly or smart?
Oh.
Well, Roz is smart,
see?
so
I made that choice long ago.
smart.
Mocha, that's your final answer, smart?
Yeah.
Okay.
But being one doesn't necessarily imply that you're the other, right?
I think that you guys
But you
are
have
like
to choose.
I know, but Deepa, you have to understand that coming at this question, right, from a point of view like I am, where you're incredibly attractive, also intelligent,
Oh.
is very
God.
difficult
Oh my
because you're
God.
asking me to give one of those superpowers away.
Can you give one to
Right?
me?
Okay, so
I'm the
Maury needs
opposite
help
of
with
you.
both.
okay,
I
so
need-
Maury, if you could steal one,
I would
my
steal
God.
your smarts.
okay. No, I would always smart. Listen, man, I would always pick smart, like always. Like I just
I think
like if
everyone would,
I think
right?
if given the choice, I think you have to.
Yeah.
Like,
What's it like being both?
I think you. It's such a burden, more. But I think that you have to. Like I think that you owe it to yourself, but also the rest of the world to choose
Being smart.
to choose smart.
Yes,
Right?
thank you.
Well, I don't know. I think there's an argument for choosing to be good looking too. In my opinion, this world is so superficial, and half like the people in this world make money because they're good looking. So that's the flip side of it. Do you want to be rich and be good looking and make the money, or smart and maybe not make it that far?
Okay, well, if I asked you, right, would you rather be 90 years old and a
Okay.
billionaire, or 19 years old and beautiful and broke?
That's a tough. See, this segment, I ask you guys a question, so I don't think it's fair that
You know,
Right.
Deepa's gonna choose the 19-year-old.
Everybody would,
Yeah.
right? Everybody would. But the problem is that it only lasts so long
Well, that's
until you're
true.
no longer that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
if you're dumb on top of that, like you don't like you got a lot of life left to live.
Yeah.
Can't you
I'm
use
still
some of
picking
your
smarts.
billions to make yourself look good?
Well, how do you like think myself pretty?
No, like
what do you lie in
surgery.
bed?
Surgery.
Oh, surgery. That's a whole different thing. No, I would never. Not even Botox I would never do.
Yeah.
No,
Smarts.
no.
I'm still
Yeah,
picking smarts.
Me too. Same.
Okay, time for one more, Deepa.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Alicia Lewis, she sent in a screenshot of a toilet that she found online, and she said, saw this and thought of Roz. It is a toilet that pretty much looks like a recliner. It has armrests, a nice, soft, comfy place for your back, and it looks like you could just lounge on it. And she thinks that this is the perfect toilet for you. I agree. I
Like-
don't think you'd get off of this thing.
Like lie down and like do my business while lying down?
You don't have to recline. It just looks like you could just lounge.
Oh, it's
in
just
there.
comfy.
Armrest and soft toilet seat and wow.
No,
the
see, that's the
works.
one thing I don't like. I would like something in my lumbar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would like that, like a little pillow, right? But I don't want a soft seat. We had one of those soft toilet seats. We had a soft toilet seat growing up.
Yeah.
Right? You know, because they were
It
big.
makes
like
a sound when you sit
it
down.
does. It goes.
I know.
But also every now and then it would tear and it would pinch you.
Yeah, the
right.
worst.
Like it was the worst. They were actually quite uncomfortable. I never liked sitting on a soft toilet seat, so I would take a rock hard toilet seat, but with maybe like a nice, designed pillow just on the small of my back, because that's when I start arching my back when I'm when I'm on the toilet for too long and I start to stiffen up. That's always
That's
the part.
usually a sign that you've been there too long.
That's always the part that needs
Couldn't
fixing.
you just put a pillow like from the couch?
Oh, I
No,
can do
risky, man.
I can do a lot of things in that bathroom. The one thing that would not be tolerated in my house if I started bringing living room pillows in there.
Thank you for all your DMs. Keep them coming in. We talk about them every day.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive. Our DM is where all the weird lives.
Thank you for sending in your DMs. Definitely appreciate it. Whatever you send to us goes to Deepa as well, by the way.
Deepa, what do we have in the DMs today? What do people want to know?
Okay, this comes from Sats. This is a really sweet one. It says, so I wanted to send my little message to you guys. I just heard it's been 12 years since you've been on the radio, and I realized I've been listening to you guys for that long. You were my alarm station in grade 7, and I woke up to It's Friday at 13, and when they would hang up on you, if someone said that Maury was their favorite. I called in every day for the Kiss Summer Bash concert and won a pair of tickets on the last day, and unfortunately, I had to give them away. Anyways, I'm 23 years old now, and I'm an engineer getting married, and I still listen on my way to work.
Wow.
And I listen to the podcast while I sit in traffic on the way home. I absolutely love you guys. You brighten my day. That's
Wow.
so sweet.
Wow.
That is incredible.
Yeah. We've raised a lot of kids on this show. We raised Deepa.
Yeah,
Right?
facts.
You know what I
That's
mean?
facts. That's true.
God, these makes me sound so old. The amount of life that has gone by for people since we've been doing this show is I'll never ever ever get used to it, and it's only going to become
It's
more
weird.
shocking.
It's weird, right?
It's just a lot
like
of
I think
life.
about that, you know, on days where like I just feel, I don't know, kind of down or whatever, or I feel like, oh man, like, yeah, we had a lot of fun, but like, you know, did I do like the best?
Yeah.
Right? The best that I could have done for that day and for the show.
Yeah.
And then stories like this that you shared with us, Deepa, or every now and then I will read a DM from someone who has spent a lot of their life with our show. And I'm like, oh man, like, yeah, we did make an impact in some way, even to like one person, we made that kind of an impact. And like, you know, it just makes me appreciate the show even more.
Yeah, it does.
And the people who listen.
Yeah, it does. It's great. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And thank you, Deepa.
Yeah, does it feel like 12 years, though, when you think back on it, or has time just gone by so quickly?
No, honestly, it feels like it's weird because I don't remember much. Right?
Oh my God. I don't remember last week.
No, it's like every day I come in, it's like doing everything for the first time. It's awesome, right?
He comes in, he introduces himself to me.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Ross.
Yeah, it's like 50 First Dates. You ever see that movie with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore? So every day I walk into the studio, Mocha sits me in a room and he plays me a video of me explaining who I am and what I do, and where I sit and then I just come in and I'm like, hey, this guy's cool, and then we do the show. That's why the beginning of the show sometimes sounds awkward, is because I don't know.
Trying to get his bearings.
I actually believe that. Yeah, I believe that.
The amount of life lived since we've been doing this show is staggering, and the people who have chose to spend so much of that life with us, we will never be able to appreciate them enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else we got, Deepa?
This comes from Tia. I love the show, and I also love Murdoch Mysteries. Absolutely every single episode except that one Maury was in with the aliens.
Oh, no.
Totally off the show.
It was a Halloween episode.
And there was aliens.
Aliens took over the town.
Really? Huh?
Wow.
Is that the episode you were in? Do you remember what the episode was called, more?
No,
Did they give them names?
They did. They also sent me the whole script. I just read my part.
And what was your part again?
I played passerby, and my line was, "Best of the day, Inspector."
Oh, right, passerby.
Seriously?
Yes. Yeah. Can you believe somebody hated a whole episode of Murdoch based on
She
that
did
one
not say
line?
because of me. She just maybe didn't like the aliens.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Alien angle.
I don't know
Oh,
about
what was
that
your line
one.
again? Deliver it again?
Best of the day, Inspector.
How
Do
many,
you know?
how many
do you know
takes did you have to do that day?
Oh, tons.
Yeah.
Now, because they just wanted to get different angles, or was it they wanted you to deliver the line in a certain way and you weren't giving it the way that they thought?
I was
right?
giving it to them the way that I thought it should have been done.
Okay.
gotcha.
And, then and what were they saying to you?
They're like, well, no, do it like this.
And then did you do it like that, or you just went back to your original way?
Oh, no, I eventually did it their way.
Best of the day, Inspector.
Best of the day. We got to get Yannick Bisson on here one day because first of all, he's awesome. Murdoch. His wife's great too, Chantal. They're great. Their daughters are all awesome. I worked with one of them at ET Canada for a while, but we have to start getting more. When you do these shows, we have to get the big star on afterwards.
We had him on.
No, but about this though.
Yeah, we had him on, and when I did the other one, we had Jason Priestley.
No, I remember
on.
we had Jason on, but
No,
I don't
but,
think
like,
we had. I don't think we didn't have you. We didn't have Murdoch on after you did Murdoch, like on the day that the show was running and stuff.
Yeah, let me just text him right now. Then
Yeah.
we can make
Do you
that
have
easy.
anything booked for the future?
I
Any other shows?
absolutely do. There's one that I'm not telling you yet, but there's one that I will tell you yet.
Okay.
Something.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yo, no
More-
wonder.
you know what?
No wonder they had to do multiple takes.
I'm going to be, so the one that I'll tell you about is I'm filming something where I'm playing a dead guy in a documentary about ghosts.
Oh my God, Maury, stop! You are not.
Yeah.
This is like my dream come true.
It's the easiest thing ever. I just have to lie there.
You won't be able to. You're gonna giggle.
Yeah, big time.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna
Also,
be?
your cardio is so terrible. When you breathe, your whole body expands. Like you fight for air every second of every day because your cardio is.
Yeah.
You're not going to be
And
able
they're
to.
like, they're gonna be like, "Yo, you should already be dead. Don't act like you're dying."
Yeah. When are you shooting that?
Gasping.
When are you shooting that?
I don't have a date yet.
Yeah.
I'm just negotiating coffee.
Right. right.
But I'll let you know. This is the show that Dan Aykroyd narrates on TNE.
Oh, that one. Oh, the
Yeah.
Dan
What's it called?
Aykroyd, the Dan Aykroyd like ghost show kind of thing, supernatural show.
Yeah, where they have actors play out the scenario in the ghost story.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
okay.
amazing!
It's gonna be great.
So you're
It's
gonna play
be
what?
great.
The ghost? No,
No,
not
Dead
the ghost.
Guy.
Dead
Dead
guy.
Guy, yeah.
Dead guy.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, yo, keep those DMs coming in. We definitely appreciate every single one of them, and we love talking about them on the radio. Just know that whenever you send a DM to us, Deepa gets them as well. Thanks, Deepa.
No problem.
Whoa, before we wrap it up,
Whoa.
Maury, did you hear back from Murdoch, Yannick Bisson?
I'm going to call him in about 2 seconds.
Okay, so stick around. This is going to be great. Trust me, Maury's performance on Murdoch Mysteries from way back. We'll get Murdoch on himself, Yannick Bisson, in just a couple of minutes.
Roz and Mocha's DM Deep Dive.
Okay, here we are.
Hey, so is Yannick on hold more?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So awesome. Okay, so I forgot how long ago this was that you did Murdoch Mysteries. This, by the way, we were just doing DM Deep Dive, and somebody said that they love to watch Murdoch Mysteries starring the great Yannick Bisson. But the only episode that they hate is the one that Dammit Maury was in. The episode was from the 12th season. It was called Sir, Sir, Sir. This was 2018. And normally when Maury does these shows, because he's done Private Eyes, Frankie Drake, we like to have like the big star on from the show to sort of critique Maury's acting. But we didn't have Yannick on for some weird reason. So
4
here-
years later, not that late.
Whatever, no big deal. So here, Deepa, because you've never heard I don't know if you've heard this, Deepa. So we'll just play this for you before we bring Yannick on to get his. So here's more. You're going to hear more at the very end. Okay.
The station hasn't received a single call today. Not one complaint.
Okay.
No littering, no loitering, not even any lollygagging.
And that's bad?
It's not right.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
See?
That's it.
That's it?
That's it. That Deepa, that one line, this line.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
Is what this woman hates so much about about that episode. Again, this is what ruined that episode of Murdoch Mysteries.
Best of the day to you, Inspector. Best of the day to you, Inspector.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know how to critique that. But is Yannick on hold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yannick, what's up, man? It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just got to sit here. I was on the drive. Hang on a second. Yeah. I'll be right there.
Look at you.
So, I wanted to talk about this whole Maury thing. This is something maybe we should recontextualize a little bit here, okay?
So,
does it still bother you
It's not that simple.
4 years later?
It's not that simple. You got to do a performance in spite of a lot of things. So let me put it to you this way, okay? If your box lunch isn't warm enough, or your little outfit they put you in is a little too tight around the middle, or your foamy latte is too foamy. I hate it when they do that to me. It's hard to really sort of impart the art in the performance. So if it's a little bit catchy there for Maury in that episode, I got to say to the person who wrote in, put yourself in his Victorian shoes.
Oh, God.
Okay, hold on, because we got to get you to break. We have to. Yannick Bisson, by the way, Murdoch Mysteries, season 15 is what you're wrapping up right now. This show is beloved by people all over the world. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show, man. But we got to play this clip, okay? Because we want to break it down, and we want to break it down with you. So we'll play the long version first, and then we're going to isolate just Maury's line at the end for you, okay? And this is your show, remember? Okay, here we go.
The station hasn't received a single call today. Not one complaint. No littering, no loitering, not even any lollygagging.
And that's bad?
It's not right.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
So that's it, right? Right there. Like it's literally
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
It's literally that. Best of the day to you, Inspector. What's your take on that performance, Yannick?
It's strong. It's nuanced. You know, it has an upward lilt. So some of us regulars on the show, we have the advantage of being able to go in and fix our sound in post. And, well, you know, I think Maury nailed it the first time out. Pretty good.
Wow.
You're so kind. You're one of the nicest people.
Yannick wasn't there that day. Do you know how long that took me to get to that?
No.
Hours.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
Yeah, that. 7 words,
And
hours.
Yeah, I mean, the only sort of negative there that I could point out is that it was, well, it really strongly featured the back of your head.
I know, y'all had to cover up that bald spot by giving him a hat.
I know. Yannick's so good looking. Even the back of his head is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, we don't all have beautiful backs of heads, Yannick. Not like you.
Oh my God.
Yannick, it is such a pleasure always having you on. How's your wife doing? How's Chantel doing?
Chantal's doing great. We're doing great. We have a little brand spanking new grandson now,
I
so
know.
all our days are picking up.
Congratulations.
I know. Look at you, grandfather, huh?
Yeah, well, it was a little soon, but I'll take it.
Yannick, what are you shooting right now? You're wrapping up season 15, right?
Well, yeah, today happens to be the very last day of principal photography on season 15. It's been a marathon year, 24 episodes. It'll be nice to have a little downtime and appreciate the fruits of our labor.
Can I ask one quick question? So you had Nick Nurse on, in January.
Yeah.
Me or him? Who did better?
Well, he made a basket, so there was a little bit of an athletic advantage there that he takes over you. He did throw a towel into a basket, so I'm going to give him the edge on just overall athletic skill.
Also, you've been in show business your whole life here, Yannick. Maury would be so much more tolerable if he didn't actually think that he was great. You know what I mean? Like if he actually was like, hey, I got a lot to learn. That was a great time on set. Love being a part of that show. But Maury's already like, who's better?
Yeah.
Who's better? You know what I mean?
Me or the head coach of the Toronto Raptors?
Well, I will say this. He's basically, he fits right in with most actors I've ever met.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And we know that Murdoch took a break for the Olympics, but you guys are going to be back on Feb 21st at 8 p.m. on CBC, right?
That's it.
You got
Thank
it, man.
you so
Thank
much
you
for joining
so
us.
much.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
Have a great day, guys.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
Love you, brother. You take care.
Best of the day to you, Inspector.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We love all the DMs that you submit to us. Anything you do send to us will go to Deepa as well. And we talk about them every day on the radio.
Deepa, what do we get today?
Okay, so we know it's become a fan favorite when we get Roz to translate Guyanese or West Indian words.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a place called SR Photography wrote in and said, given Roz's quest to become a Guyanese, does he know what a Lolo is?
Oh my God! No!
And how he would use it.
Okay.
And how he would use it in a sentence.
Okay.
Two-parter.
Okay. First of all, before I figure out how to use a Lolo in a sentence, Deepa, can I ask you how you would use a Lolo in life?
No! You cannot ask that question.
Okay.
I wouldn't have an appropriate answer for you.
Interesting. Lolo. Lolo, yo, row. Lolo is a, okay, is it like an inanimate object? Is it a
No.
It's not,
No.
right? So it's not like the television remote.
No, it's
right?
not.
Right? The Lolo. Hey, where's the Lolo? Right? Like when your dad
That
used
question
to
could be asked,
Okay. When your dad used to yell at you, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. So the Lolo is not the television remote. Okay. Is a Lolo something you eat, like cream corn?
Whoa.
Shut up.
Okay.
No,
it's not.
It could,
Lolo.
I mean, it could.
Deepa, shut up. No.
Okay,
just
it's
keep going.
not. Okay, it's not Guyanese cream corn.
No.
Okay, it's not. Right?
No.
You're not trolling me right
No,
now
I
because I thought
promise
I was
you.
close with the cream corn.
No.
Okay, it's not. It's not Guyanese cream corn. What was that sound? Which one of you just made that sound? I need to know
What
right
sound?
now. Okay,
Say a
one of you
word.
did. Okay, is that the sound a Lolo makes?
No.
Okay, no. Does a Lolo make a sound?
No.
Does a Lolo
Shut up,
make a
Deepa.
sound?
No.
Okay. Does a Lolo make a sound? Like, is it like a roar or is it like a, like?
It depends.
Okay. Is it like is a Lolo something that needs to be like plugged in?
It does not.
It does not need to be plugged in to
No.
work. So you can make it work with your hands.
Correct.
Yes, you could
Yes?
definitely
Absolutely,
make it work.
yes.
You
with
make
your
it work.
hands.
Okay. So it's something that you make work with your hands.
Sometimes
You
two.
can.
Sometimes two.
Shem.
Sorry. My bad.
Okay. Is is a Lolo is it like is it made of clay?
No.
It is not made of clay. Okay.
It is not.
Oh. Is it something you drink out of? Like a
No.
it's not something you drink out of. No? Okay. Is it something? Okay. So it can make noise. It takes two hands to use it. It's not something you drink out of. Right? Is it? Hold on here. Low. If I had one in my hand, would I know what it was? Like, is it recognizable?
Absolutely.
So, I have a question. The noise it makes, does it make that noise? Like, if I squeeze it, does it make that noise?
I don't know.
And it's not alive? Like, it's not like a baby bird? Like,
It's not a baby.
a Lolo's not a baby bird.
No.
It's not.
It
is.
It is alive though.
It is alive?
It's alive.
But so it's not a baby bird.
It's not a baby bird.
Okay. Is it like a worm? But worms don't make noise, though.
No.
Okay, and you don't drink out of it.
You definitely
So it's
don't.
not a dispenser for anything, right?
I would argue yes.
So it is a dispenser for something.
Would-
But I said
would say-
sippy cup, and you said no.
Look at the chef's face. Okay, do you have any more questions, or can we just tell you?
Okay, well, I went through all. Okay. I went through. It's not TV remote. It's not cream corn. It's not sippy cup. It's not baby bird. It's not worm. It does make a noise. It takes two hands to make it work. You do not drink out of it.
Not
right?
necessarily two hands. Maybe.
Okay.
Well, speak for yourself.
Deepa, you want to tell him?
No, can someone else say it? Because it's uncomfortable.
A Lolo
Yeah.
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 Is.
in West Indian
Yeah.
terms,
Yeah.
Lolo
Right.
is
Right.
your
Your.
penis.
Oh. You could have picked a name that didn't make them all sound so miniature.
Like large?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Diva is so he's so uncomfortable right now. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna be okay. It was just like his guesses were like all kind of accurate, but inaccurate at the same time.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's get out of this uncomfortable situation here. Thank you for all of your DMs and keep them coming in. We talk about them on the radio every day.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.